Welcome back to another episode of Law Firm Success Story. Now, today we have another great guest on. Now, I've had the pleasure of having a couple of conversations with him, and we've talked about the amazing journey he's had in leading the law firm and how now he gets out and he hikes as much as he possibly can to get the enjoyment of the views, and also just how he figured out how to navigate leading a firm, growing it, and also balancing in the way he wants to approach life. So, welcome to the show, Bernard. How are you?
I'm doing great, Trail. Thank you for having me on today. I'm excited about our conversation we're about to have.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, the way we usually start off is let's talk about where your firm is today, and then we'll take a step back in time and talk about what that journey looked like for you to get where you are today.
So, of course, I'm a co-owner of the Nomberg Law Firm. It's a law firm based out of Birmingham, Alabama. Our father, Joel, practiced law in our hometown of Dothan, Alabama, for about 50 years before he happily retired. But my brother, David, youngest brother, he and I partnered up about 21 years ago. And we have a small firm of 4 lawyers and several support staff. And we handle work comp, Social Security disability, bankruptcy, a little personal injury. And we like it. We like it small. We like it's tight, it's neat, it's a good working environment for all of us. So that's what we do in Birmingham.
Nice, nice. I love it. It's always amazing when you hear about those who are leading a law firm and then getting to that place where, hey, our law firm is the way we want it to be, as opposed to just being a victim of the circumstance of
That's
taking
right.
whatever comes. So now tell me a little bit about what that journey was like, because I'm probably sure you probably didn't start off with your law firm exactly the way you wanted it to be. So what did that journey look like?
Yeah, I'm fast approaching my 30th year of practicing law, and I can't believe it's gone by that quickly. Brother David is in his 21st or 23rd year. And you're right. When he first came out of law school, I was part of a bigger law firm. And that firm kind of disbanded when the senior most partner retired. Other lawyers went and did their thing. So it just left me and a couple of young lawyers to figure out, where do we go from here? We hung together for a couple of years. We decided to part ways. Brother David got out of law school. He then clerked for a local judge for a year. But then when that was over with, he and I partnered up and we tried to figure out what was best for us. And we were together as a small firm, just the two of us, for a year or two. We actually latched on to a big firm thinking that was greener pastures. It was not for us. We were there for just a couple of years. And now the best decision that we made was remain together as a firm. And we've added, as I said earlier, just 2 other lawyers over the last several years. So we've happily been together as a 4 lawyer law firm now for many years, and we like it that way. We've had other opportunities to join forces with even some of our colleagues and our buddies who do the kind of work that we do. And at times we've entertained it. But the autonomy and just keeping our name out there has really been the best benchmark or the best guide for us, the way we do it.
Awesome. I always love to hear that of people just finding that space of what works for them. And I'm very curious as you look at that when the other 2 lawyers that you've brought onto the firm, it's like, how is it like getting them to see, hey, here's what the vision is of the Nomberg Law Firm?
Those 2 gentlemen are specialists, if you will. One is a bankruptcy specialist, and that's all that he does. The other fella is a Social Security disability specialist. And we told them when they were hired on at different times, this is the niche that we need you for. We want to stay in what we call our legal lanes. We don't try to do other types of cases because we don't know those worlds. I don't know the tax world. I don't know bankruptcy world. I certainly don't know medical malpractice. And I could go on and on. So we stay in our legal lanes, if you will. Now we have lots and lots of referral partners who, if I have a medical malpractice or medical negligence case, I have a handful of guys and women who I know who to call, but I'm not going to take those on. But that's the way we sold it, if you will, to the 2 lawyers who joined us. This is what we need you for. We'll help you get the cases in. We just need you to work them. So that's been our formula.
Nice. Now, I'm very curious what you would say to some law firm owners are, I don't know if I can afford to say no to the cases, so I just take whatever I bring in. If a person was having that debate, what would you say to them about that?
This is the same series of conversations we had with our dad back when we were joining forces. Back when he was coming up in the late 60s, 70s, and 80s, and the city of Dothan being a smaller town, it was 40 to 50,000 people. You necessarily needed to be a jack of all trades. You would handle a car wreck case, you would handle a divorce case, writing somebody's will. If you were a solo or small lawyer, small firm lawyer, you probably did those things. But in 2024, our experience is, particularly in Birmingham, Alabama, as tough as the competition can be for the type of work that we do, the specialty work that we do, we can't afford to take on those, nor should we, because if I'm going to get out over my skis, so to speak, I'm going to get in trouble. If I start writing a will, if I start doing things that I am not used to doing or trained to do, that's when a bar complaint's going to head your way. And that's where you're going to really get yourself in trouble. So what I have told many young lawyers who've worked with us and when we've mentored and spoken with, figure out what interests you in the law, become the very best at it, and then make that known for. Our firm is known for workers' comp mainly because that's what David and I predominantly do.
Nice. I love it. Before we wrap up, two final questions I want to ask. The first one was, you and I have talked about hiking. What has been some of your best places to hike?
I'm not going to share them all because I don't want to. No, I'm kidding. One of the things that I have, and David and I have strived and really made very focused and focal on our practices is that work-life balance. Every week I put on my calendar for the next week when I'm preparing and looking at what next week involves, I put on there what times and what dates I'm going to be out of the office and concentrating on me, whether it's in the gym, whether it's hiking, etc. Any trips that I take, whether it's for work or for pleasure, I try to involve some outdoor activities, most notably hiking. Recently, we've hiked in Montana, Colorado, California, North Georgia mountains, North Carolina, anywhere I can go, I enjoy it. But if I can find a waterfall, that's what I particularly like. And I'll give you one. In Gadsden, Alabama, about 60 miles or so northeast of here, Etowah County, there is Nakalulu Falls. And when there's been big rains, it's the most beautiful waterfall. I think it's 60, 70 feet down, but you can look at it from above, or you can hike in the canyon below and get around the water. So that's one of the places I really enjoy going.
Nice. I love it. I love it. So if people want to learn a little bit more about the Nomberg Law Firm, where's a good place for them to find you online?
If you can't find us, then you're not looking, because nomberglaw.com is our website. We have an active YouTube channel with over 1,100 videos on there about workers' comp, Social Security. I host a variety of different online shows myself for our firm. So that's probably the best two places is nomberglaw.com, the website, or the Nomberg Law Firm YouTube channel.
Awesome. I love it. Bernard, thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, it's been my pleasure. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Law Firm Success Story, sponsored by the T.L. Turner Group, where we focus on making accounting and finance simple so that you can focus on more success for your law firm. Follow us online and visit us at tlturnergroup.com/law firm success to see more episodes of the Law Firm Success Story.